We're just over 1/5 of the way into the 2023-24 NBA season, but there's already been a lot to learn about the moves made in the recent offseason. From Damian Lillard's move to the Bucks, to CP3's move to the Warriors, among every other trade in between, there's a lot to be discussed about these trades and acquisitions. Without further ado, let's go over every major trade and move made in the offseason and assess each one of them as of the closing stages of November 2023. Welcome to Sportsphere. Let's get into it. Let's start with the biggest trade over the offseason that saw Damian Lillard join the Milwaukee Bucks to accompany Giannis. It's no secret that there were some early struggles for Dame with a new team dynamic. However, in the past few games, it seems that Dame has greatly improved his numbers and shooting efficiency, which has simultaneously led to more wins for the Milwaukee Bucks. Dame is now averaging over 25 points per game, along with over 6 assists, and Milwaukee is sitting at equal second place in the East. There's nothing bad to say about this move, and only time will tell the true potential of Lillard's fit on the team. In trading for Damian Lillard, DeAndre Ayton and Jrue Holiday were also notable assets that were moved. As for Ayton, he was moved to the Portland Trail Blazers, and his output has dipped so far on the young Portland team this season, notably due to the absence of CP3 providing him with so many dimes. Averaging 18 points last season, he's currently at around 12 points per game and nearly 11 rebounds. It's an expected start, and his development on the potential Field Blazers team will be intriguing to watch. Jrue Holiday, on the other hand, has been a good fit for the Celtics so far, though the stats may not directly show it. Moving on to the Celtics team with such offensive power, Holiday's natural role shifted to a more defensive role due to the likes of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown on the team. But this has honestly been good for Boston, seeing them currently at the top of the East and with the best record in the league. Although Holiday's offensive efficiency has gone down, it's only natural considering he's still adjusting to a new environment in Boston. The three-way trade involving Lillard also saw Grayson Allen and Jusuf Nurkic move teams, both to the Phoenix Suns. Allen has been great so far for Phoenix, where not only has his minutes increased due to injuries to teammates, but his shooting efficiency is at a career high, both from the field and from three. Allen is shooting a career high of 47% from three-point range on over 5 attempts per game. If he can keep up the impressive shooting, it may just be the X factor in helping the Suns compete for a championship this season. As for Nurkic, his biggest issue has seemed to be staying healthy, and so far on Phoenix his health has been good, and performance has been decent. Although he's having a less efficient season than most prior seasons, going for just over 45% from the field, like most fresh trades, it takes time for some players to adjust to their new team dynamics, but nevertheless Nurkic's versatile big man skill set has been great for Phoenix. But again, only time will tell how impactful the injury-prone Nurkic actually will be for Phoenix. Moving on to the Chris Paul trade to the Warriors. This trade was one of the most surprising trades of the offseason, seeing CP3 join the Warriors to accompany Steph, and Jordan Poole ending up on the Wizards. As expected, Chris Paul's role has changed to a mostly second unit role. However, CP3 is still the same player that he was in the past few seasons. Although his field goal percentage is only at 40% so far this season, which is quite low for his standards, his assist numbers and steal numbers are still there. Although the Warriors are not having the best start to the season, expect to see CP3 and the Warriors continue to find more chemistry and piece together some more wins as the season progresses. As for Jordan Poole, his questionable start on the Washington Wizards has sparked significant concern. His start to the 2023 season has revealed a severe level of immaturity and cockiness, particularly in his poor shot selection, resembling more of a high school player rather than an NBA professional. While there's no doubt he will increase self-awareness over time, Jordan Poole's 39% shooting from the field and the Wizards' 2-13 record as of the recording is significantly attributed to his own performance and perhaps a warped mentality after playing a significant six-man role in the Golden State's championship run in 2022.
Poole rolled the ball all the way to the half court, comes back and scores. He was complaining to the officials about the time.
As for the Suns, they were able to get their hands on Bradley Beal, who's only played 3 games and has been out for apparent injuries, which is not surprising to many fans and analysts. That being said, expect to see him back as we progress closer to the postseason. As for Dillon Brooks being acquired by the Rockets, this may have been going better than anyone could have expected. In 16 games, Brooks is shooting over 46% from 3, and although this number will probably drop, comparing to his previous career best in 3-point percentage of 37.5% on the season, the difference is significant, but considering he's also averaging a career high from the field, a career high in rebounds and even free throw percentage. Despite only being early on in the season, it's safe to say this was a great move from both the villain and the Rockets. As for the other acquisition by the Rockets, getting Fred VanVleet, the same can't exactly be said for him. He came from a championship Raptors team to a declining Raptors team, and eventually being moved to a young Houston team. He's taken more of a back seat this season, seeing him take fewer shots than previous years, opening up more opportunity for his teammates, which has seen his points per game numbers drop to just over 16.5 per game, which is around 3 points less than his previous season. His efficiency numbers have remained largely stagnant, but his assists have gone up as expected. Regardless, the Rockets don't seem like they'll be competing for a chip anytime soon, but it'll be interesting to see what happens with Fred's future in Houston. Prior to the Drew Holiday acquisition for Boston, the Celtics also got their hands on Porzingis, which also saw the Grizzlies get Marcus Smart and the Wizards get Tyus Jones. Porzingis has seemed to be the perfect fit for Boston, creating a dynamic trio with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. He's averaging similar numbers to his previous seasons, however, this time doing it in the best team in the East. But what's more significant with Porzingis' stats is that his field goal percentage is at a career high near 55%, a huge jump from his second best season of just under 50% from the field with the Wizards last year. That being said, his 3-point percentage has been quite poor at just over 32%. So if he can get that to a career average 36% from 3, the Celtics could be even scarier. As for Marcus Smart's move to the Grizzlies, it is not going to plan so far at all. However, this should come at no surprise at this stage of the season, considering Ja Morant's absence. Smart's numbers have remained largely similar to previous years, despite a slight drop in 3-point percentage, but it's a 3-12 record of the Grizzlies that has been most disappointing. Anyways, as for Tyus Jones' move to the Washington Wizards, this has been quite a decent move so far, despite the terrible record of the Wizards. Jones is having his best season offensively, which was also expected due to being on a less impressive Wizards outfit. But regardless, Jones has shown potential as a starting point guard on the team, and it'll be interesting to see if the trio of Kyle Kuzma, Jordan Poole and Tyus Jones will create something with longevity. As for the Dallas Mavericks, they made just one notable move, which involved the acquisition of Grant Williams. Although he has a secondary role on the team behind Doncic and Kyrie Irving, this move has been going very well so far, where Grant Williams' versatility has led to positive results for the Mavericks. Williams' ability to guard multiple positions has filled an important role for Dallas and has played a big part in the Mavericks' great start to the season, seeing them currently in the top 4 in the West. Williams is also having a career high in points per game, in 3-point percentage, going for over 10 points and 44% from 3. If he can keep this up, the Mavericks may shock many people come the postseason. Moving on to the Indiana Pacers, they made 2 acquisitions that may have gone slightly under the radar, starting with the 2023 NBA champion, Bruce Brown. Brown has had a similar season in terms of output as last season with the Nuggets, averaging over 11 points, 4 rebounds and 3 assists on decent efficiency. However, this time doing it on a young Indiana Pacers team who have had a great start to the season so far. He's a versatile player that has made an impact both offensively and defensively for the Pacers, and is undoubtedly a great player to accompany their star point guard Tyrese Halliburton. Obi Toppin was also acquired by the Pacers from the Knicks, and he's exceeded all prior expectations of him so far. In the 15 games he's played as of this recording, he's averaging 12 points per game, on over 60% shooting from the field, along with almost 1 block per game in 24 minutes, which are all career highs, and it's not even close. It's great to see such an exciting prospect finally seem to find his stride on a young playoff level team with seemingly unlimited potential. And this leads us to the final major move of 2023. However, this one occurred during the season, which saw James Harden be moved to the Clippers. Harden has played just 10 games with the Clippers, seeing them go 4-6 with Harden, and although it's too early to tell how this will play out as the season progresses, I don't think many people have much faith in the star-studded lineup in LA. Although Harden's stats have dropped significantly, his offensive load has undoubtedly decreased, and it'll be interesting to see how this plays out on his mental and ego. And it'll be even more interesting to see where the Clippers end up come playoffs time. Anyways, thanks for watching Sportsphere. Did you disagree with anything on the list? Please let us know in the comments below. We'll see you in the next video.